So, Ollie, welcome to my classroom. All right, we're gonna do a little reading. So this is Miss Nelson is Missing. Can you tell me what you think the book is gonna be about?
A missing teacher.
Missing teacher?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Miss Nelson is missing. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling, paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. Now settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. Do you think that's how kids should act in a classroom?
No.
All right. They were even rude during story hour, and they always refused to do their lessons. Something will have to be done, said Miss Nelson. What do you think she's going to do?
I'm gonna have to find out.
The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. Wow, yelled the kids. Now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. Today, let's just be terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. What do you think that can be?
Gotta be a substitute.
Oh, think it's a mean substitute?
Absolutely.
Let's see. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. And she rapped the desk with her ruler. Where's Miss Nelson? Asked the kids. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. Do you like the look of this new teacher?
Not at all.
Does she look mean? Does she look happy?
She looks evil.
She looks evil?
Evil.
I think that's a good adjective to use right there to describe her. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. Ooh, that's a little weird. She meant business. Right away she put them to work and then loaded them down with homework. We'll have no story hour today, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouth shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp. And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry, said Miss Swamp. Is that a fun classroom environment?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Bad.
It's bad, huh? Days went by, and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson.
Okay.
Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmall was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said, I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective McSmall would not be much help. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. They got away just in time. What do you think Miss Swamp is doing at the teacher's house?
Bad things.
Bad things? Alright. We just have to see. Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark, said one of the kids. But that didn't seem likely. Wow. You see that? You think that happened to her, Ollie?
That'd be a rough way to go.
Oh, tell me about it. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid. But that didn't seem likely either. I know, exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all. Do you think a swarm of butterflies can carry a car? No. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck in Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. Hello, children, someone said in a sweet voice.
Oh, I thought you wanted to leave it like easy stuff. When you go to the phone.
It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me, she asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about a story hour? Oh yes, cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly. What brought about this lovely change, she asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. Where do you think she went? Do you think she was sick? Let's see. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet, right next to the ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. I'll never tell, she said to herself with a smile. You see it right there? You see that black wig, black dress?
See that?
Ooh. Interesting. P.S. Detective McSpall is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swan. So, Ali, what can you tell me from this book? What can we get from this book?
Get that you should be happy with the teacher that you have and not act up in class, because the options that might come from teacher leaving may be worse off than the ones before.
Do you think you're supposed to be respectful to our teachers?
Absolutely.
Respect everyone around the classroom environment? All right. All right, we're done with our reading time.
Well, thank you. Recess. Let's go.